Overwatch 2 Season 21 is about 2 weeks away, at least from recording this, and it might be the most crucial patch of the entire game's history and one of the most important updates of all time for Overwatch as a franchise going into the year of 2026. Kind of want to do a video today just kind of talking about some of the stuff that we should get going into 2026, whether it's with the Season 21 patch here in about 2 weeks, or some stuff that's down the line for this entire year, and some stuff that I think, at least me, I'm kind of wanting for the game, and you guys let me know in the comments as well what you guys are hoping for and some other stuff as well. So going to kind of be talking about some stuff that we should be getting with Overwatch 2 Season 21, hopefully, or at least shortly afterwards, at the very least sometime in 2026 and so on. So kind of more of a discussion video, not going to be too much on screen. If you guys want to tab out, listen to me talk, that's fine. Also, if you guys are watching this as well, let me know what you guys want to see from Overwatch 2 in 2026. What are some of the stuff, if I don't mention in this video, some of the stuff that you guys want to see that I probably don't mention, or if you guys have any other ideas. I'm going to only be talking about a few things in this video. I did a similar video about a week or two back, kind of as like an overall 2025 summary for Overwatch 2, if it was a good year or not, and I talked about some stuff in that video, like Stadium and some of the skin problems and shop prices, and like the Switch 2 version of the game, and a few other things that I talked about that the game should be getting, or like having some changes to going into 2026. So I'm not going to really be talking about any of that type of stuff. Just a few other things that I'm going to kind of either add, or like a few things I didn't talk about in that video. So if you guys missed that video, go check it out. It's live on the channel right now. Let's hop right into this. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Like I said, if there's anything I forgot to mention in this video or I did not mention, let me know what you guys want from Overwatch 2, or expect, or like some type of change that you want the game to make, whether it's good or bad, or just something that you personally want going into 2026 and you would like to see sometime this year. So let me know in the comments down below. One of the main things I think this game really needs is an entire revert to ranked, back to either the Overwatch 1 rank system or like an entire rank system overhaul, which is something I didn't really talk about in like the last video, kind of talking about like 2025 for Overwatch 2. The rank system in this game is fucking terrible. It really is. The ranks are so inflated. Like, if you guys don't know, like, I've been playing ranked. Season 20 is probably the only season so far that I think I've literally played all ranked. I have barely played any quick play for this season so far. I've just been playing nonstop ranked, and it is fucking unbelievable how inflated some of these ranks are. There are people that are in like gold or platinum that shouldn't even fucking be there with how bad they play. It boggles my mind how many people I get on my teams in these ranked games that are somehow in like high tier gold or even like platinum or sometimes even diamond, and they play like they're literally in silver or bronze. Like that, they gotta do something with the ranked inflation in this game, because it's probably, it needs like a reset, but that just kind of a temporary fix. I don't think that actually fixes the problem. Whether it's banning Smurf accounts, like that's another huge issue. There's cheaters that are running rampant in ranked, which I kind of talked about in the last video, kind of talking about the same thing as well. But Xamers are out of control, especially on console. Very common in ranked. I've ran into so many of them this season so far, and it's really common, more common than you'd actually think, which is a huge issue for the game. But like the main thing we need in 2026, especially with Season 21, we should be getting a ranked reset at the very least for Season 21. Since it's a new year, it's technically an entire new year for a new season. So we're going to probably be getting like new weapon variants with ranked points and all that type of stuff. And then alongside that, usually what they do is at the very least reset ranks. So everybody's going to have their rank reset, whether it's down to like 1 or 2 ranks below where you are, like it's a complete reset and you have to like do your placements from scratch again. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do, but at the very least for Season 21 they'll probably end up doing that. But the entire rank system for this game is just fucking terrible. And like, you have me playing, like, I'm literally fucking hard stuck mid-tier gold for support, and like I am over here outdoing people that are like platinum and diamond. I am playing better than platinum and diamond players, but I am somehow in mid-tier gold, and I've been fucking struggling, mainly solo queue, like playing a lot of the time this season to try to get out of out of gold, just because the matchmaking is fucking terrible and the rank system in this game is just fucking atrocious. It really is. There's no way, at least for support, like at the very least, I should be like low tier plat. At least at what I think personally, I should at the very least be platinum. There's no way from how I've been performing, like how good I've been doing in ranked, in like the majority of my games, why I'm still at mid-tier gold just doesn't make any sense. I think overall is just another huge flaw with the rank system in this game. Is it like it pigeonholes you and makes you hard stuck in a certain ranked? Pretty much what I think they do with a lot of people, especially if you tend to solo queue a lot more than like actually duo or trio with like a party or like a 3, 4, 5 stack, even at that type thing. Is the game sees you as a rank and it will do anything in its power to keep you at that rank. No matter if it's fuck up your matchmaking and like throw you into lobbies that expects you to carry. Like it'll throw you into games with like people that are like an entire rank below you, and you'll be like the only gold player on your team versus like another enemy team of golds. I've had that happen so many times already and expects you to carry the game. I can't carry bronze and silver players. I'm sorry, Blizzard. I'm a mid-tier gold player. Why are you expecting me to carry an entire team of silvers or bronze players? Or at the very least, like low-tier golds when I'm mid-tier gold and the enemy team has all platinums and diamond players. It just doesn't work that way. And like I feel like the game just fucking makes you hard stuck on purpose, and it has a rank in mind, and it does not want you to escape that rank. Everyone's rank's different, and the only way to get out of that is by not solo queuing and actually playing with a duo or a trio. That way you have better odds to overcome the matchmaking that it throws at you. I feel like this is a major problem. And like, there's still no reason why I should still be in like gold. And before somebody goes into the comments and says, "Oh, you're just a bad player, bro. You're just trying to cope and use a cop out for being a bad player." Whatever you make your excuse you want to use, whatever, I don't care. Support's still my least played role. I barely play support. This season's probably the only season I played the most support out of any season, especially for ranked, just because I've been wanting to try to get that rank to platinum. It's the only rank out of all the roles that I have not been to platinum yet for Overwatch 2, and I've been working my ass off to try to get to platinum, and it seems like it's fucking impossible. It really is. The highest I have gotten so far is almost a gold 1, and right when I was about to get to gold 1, it started putting me in lobbies where I was going against mid-tier platinum and diamond players and pairing me with an entire teams of golds, and then I ended up ranking back down to where I was. That's pretty much what it does. If you get too high out of where it thinks you are, then it'll start giving you that type of shit, or just putting straight up throwers or like levers on your team. That as well, which is such another common problem in ranked. So I'm not gonna sit and rant about ranked like anymore, because we could sit here probably for like 3 fucking days talking about ranked and how fucking terrible it is in this game and all the issues and all the problems with it. But ranked needs to be entirely overhauled. Whether they got to go back to like the Overwatch 1 SR system, which I genuinely think we do need to go back to. It was such a better system than the one we currently have. For some reason, too, like with a lot of your ranked games, like I'll do really good in a lot of my games, and when I do win, I'll get like plus 20%. But then when I lose, whether it's because I have a thrower on my team, or like somebody leaves my match, which is another major problem, or like I have people on my team that are way fucking like either way below my rank, or everybody on the enemy team's in like a 5 stack, or like they're way higher ranked than my team is, and we get fucking rolled because the matchmaker doesn't know how to fucking put people into an evenly matched lobby, and we get rolled. For some reason, when you lose, you get like 25 to 30%, and you lose that every time you lose. But when you win and you work your ass off for a win, you do really well. The very max you'll get, at least from what I've been getting, like the max I get is about 23 to 24%. But for every loss you get, you lose more than you gain, which I think is really fucking stupid. And it needs to be more performance based as well. If I'm doing really good in a lot of my games, I shouldn't be losing as much as some of the fucking shitters on my team, or the people that just go into ranked and throw or leave matches. I don't understand that either. I should not be losing the same amount, if not more, than my teammates when I'm doing really good in my matches and I'm one of the best people on my team. And the reason why we lose is usually because of all the other fucking random losers. Usually it's the tanks, or we'll have 1 damage on our team that is fucking atrocious. That's usually 99% of the matches I have lost this season, apart from the ones that I have throwers or levers on my team. Usually that's the reasons why I'm losing. I shouldn't be losing the same amount as them. They should lose more, and if I'm still doing really good, I should not lose as much points as them. It's really stupid. That's also another reason why people just end up tending to lose streak, even though they win a bunch. It doesn't give you as much for a win. And if you go on a lose streak, even if it's only like a 2 or 3 loss streak, you'll lose like 2 times the amount of stuff that you'll gain for points, and you'll end up ranking down way faster than you're able to rank up. It's so stupid. It's really stupid. I don't know. Same with competitive drives. You might as well throw competitive drives in along with this. Go in 2026, especially with season 21. They gotta rework competitive drives to make it to where like you can choose your rewards. Having to go all the way up to 4,000 points in the span of 4 days, and literally having to work like an entire job of playing Overwatch the entire weekend just to get fucking comp points or a name badge is so fucking stupid. Especially solo queuing. The matchmaking is so fucking bad during competitive drives because you got all your casual players that normally don't play ranked going into ranked and just fucking up the matchmaking even more so than it usually is. And a lot of them don't give a fuck about their rank. So if they have got people on their team that they don't like, or if they aren't doing very well, they don't give a fuck and they don't take it seriously at all. So they just ruin the ranked experience for everybody else, and they don't give a fuck about it. So especially solo queuing, I don't know. We should actually be incentivized to solo queue. They should give us more points to solo queue. I think that would be more fair if I'm being real with you guys. You should not have to go look for a duo or a trio just to get an extra 50 points if you happen to win a game. If that is stupid as well. It should be incentivizing you to solo queue instead of actually partying up for with a duo or a trio, because all that does is just make it so if you're solo queuing, your matchmaking is a million times worse because you're going to be going against duos and trios on the enemy team every fucking game. That's usually what it is. And if you're actively putting yourself at a disadvantage if you solo queue during competitive drives, it's just so stupid. They gotta completely rework how competitive drives works. Like I like the rewards for like the name badge and that type of shit's cool. The competitive points for the like the gold weapons or the jade weapons, not whatever variant they have this next season, and for 2026, whatever that shit is. Like I like that type of reward, like the comp points. Personally, I don't give a fuck about the comp points. I have literally like 50,000 comp points I could use. I could probably buy every fucking weapon in the entire game and still have some left over, but the main thing I want is the name badge, and you got to go to 4,000 for that. And like this past competitive drive for season 19, I was playing ranked for over 20 plus hours the entire weekend just to try to get to 4,000 points for a fucking name badge. Like that type of shit is unacceptable. The main thing is with competitive drives, they want you to play the game, and that's what it's there for. It's meant to boost engagement and make people play the game and come back to playing the game after a lackluster or boring season where it usually drops off towards the middle of the season, to get people coming back to the game at the end of a season and boost player numbers and player retention. That's all it really is there for. That's what the main thing for the competitive drives is. That's why it's so fucking difficult to get the rewards. I understand the reasoning why it's so fucking difficult to get, but it's just frustrating. It makes people frustrated and not want to play the competitive drives, especially up until a certain point, whether they only want the competitive points or even the name badge. Some people just end up stopping, or they have other shit to do that is not sit on Overwatch all day and play online and play shitty ranked games and play your fucking game, Blizzard. Competitive drives need to be reworked as well. I might as well throw that in there alongside ranked. Next thing I'm going to talk about briefly is heroes. For 2025, we got 3 heroes, y'all. We got Freyja, we got Wu Yang, and then we got Vendetta. 2 of those heroes were DPS heroes. We never got a tank for the entirety of 2025. And we only got 3 heroes for 2025. Shit like Marvel Rivals is putting new heroes into the game and new characters into the game like every other month. We are getting new heroes added to Marvel Rivals. Literally, I think like it's like once or twice every 1 or 2 months. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I think it's like one hero or like one new character every 2 months at the very least. I think that's how it works. And they release them like for like a mid-season update. I think that's how they're doing it. You guys gotta bear with me because I don't actually play Marvel Rivals. I follow the game and like the shit they're kind of doing, but I can't play it because it's not on the Switch 2. Unfortunately, my PC can't run it. So Like, if Marvel Rivals is able to put a new character into the game, like, literally every month and a half, there should be no excuse as to why Overwatch can't give us, at the very least, 6 heroes per year. We gotta up the heroes. Like, that's the main thing we need going into 2026. We gotta turn 3 from 2025. We gotta double that at the very least. The main thing this game really needs, we're good on damage heroes. If I'm being real with you guys, like, I think the game, we could probably go an entire year without any damage heroes. If they really wanted to, what they could do with this year, I'm probably just shit talking like they probably already have everything planned out already, but what they really could do is just give us tanks and supports for like the entirety of 2025 or 2026. And unlike 2025, only 3 heroes, they could double it up to 6. And then we can actually be at like a very even playing field for like the amount of damage heroes and the ratio of damage heroes compared to tanks and supports for this game. I think that would be something they could do as well. Are they going to do that? Probably not. They probably already have all the heroes for 2026 already planned out. If not, they're in the rough stages of already having most of them done. I know the first one of 2026 is already being leaked. The hero that we're supposed to be getting is supposed to be a tank. Spoiler alert before I say that, in case nobody wants to hear spoilers. It's not really even a spoiler, but like nothing's really known about him apart that there's a tank. It's a Chinese tank called Anran, kind of what it is. So that one's pretty much, if not, it's already almost done. It's already in the game at some point, and they have it on their build of the game. It's just not. It's being leaked from the data mine already from the mid-season patch. So, or like the info that came with the mid-season patch like about a few days ago. So I don't know. We're going to be getting a tank hero at the very least, probably at the start of 2026 for the first hero release. The question is how many we're going to get for the entirety of this year. I definitely think we need more hero releases, though. I really do. And the main thing too is like I kind of talk about this in like the 2025 like year overall review type video for Overwatch. If you guys missed that, check it out. Like I said earlier, but the heroes they need to make more heroes to where like they're more simplistic heroes. We don't need heroes like Freya, Vendetta, and like Wu Yang. That like every single one of those heroes has mobility, and like every single one of them for their role does like pretty much everything. Like we need more one-dimensional heroes that are good at like one thing, but overall is really simplistic. That's kind of what this game really needs. We need more casual, friendly heroes. That's what the game really needs. The last like hero that I can think that actually is more of like a simple, like really straightforward hero. Granted, they're more of a cooldown based hero, but at the same time, they're really simple as Venture. That's why I love Venture so much. She's really simple, but she's just more cooldown based. Very simple hero. That's really what she kind of is. Not like Frazier where she does like a million fucking things, or like Wu Ying that does a million things, or a Vendetta that is fucking unkillable and does a million things, and like she's even doing more shit than half the tanks in the entire game. Like I don't know, or especially a lot of the older heroes. Like there's shit. A lot of these newer heroes that a lot of the older heroes could never even fucking do, even if they were giga buffed. A lot of them. Like it's crazy how bloated some of these new hero kits that we've been getting really are. That's kind of the main problem. Simplify down the newer heroes. Not every fucking hero needs mobility. Not every hero needs damage reduction or some fucking other type of shit that they usually give them. Like we need more simplistic heroes. More heroes that are like Venture, and more heroes that are kind of like Kiriko or like Jugger Queen, that type of thing for tank. I think those were two really good ones. Juno was also pretty good. I don't know. But like the 2025 heroes for the game were terrible. I talk about that way more in the other video, but like some really good examples that I think like heroes that would be really good in like Overwatch. Like give us like a damage hero, or like, even like a tank hero, kind of like Sati from Paladins. Some of you guys probably don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. You guys know what Paladins is. Paladins is a like the old dead version of like the competitive Overwatch before Marvel Rivals was even a thing. But Sati was in Paladins. I think Sati was a really cool character that they added to that game towards like the end of the lifespan of Paladins. One of the last few damage heroes that they added. I think she was a really simplistic, really cool hero that they added. Really simple kid. Her main gimmick is the Deagle revolver that she has. That is the main thing. That's her main selling point. And the gimmick that she has is being able to shoot a coin into the air and shoot at it. Throw a coin in the air and shoot at the coin. Like that. Like some shit that like that. Like it's They make heroes that have like one thing in their kit that their entire kit's based around that are just really simple. That's what we need more of in this game. We've strayed far away from that, I can tell you guys right now. Like the other shit she has, like apart from the invisibility bullshit, which I think is really stupid. I don't think they should add that ever to any game. That was a main problem with Sati. But apart from the invisibility shit, like the drop kick was really cool. Her ult being able to throw shots of like her ults through walls was really cool. The wall bang and like throwing pistol shots through a wall or whatever it was, like that was really cool. Granted, that could be kind of a balancing problem in this game, but it wasn't really that much of an issue in Paladins, mainly because it didn't do that much damage and had a limited, it had like a limited time window where you can actually shoot. You wouldn't be able to sit and hold your ult the entire time and just wait for somebody to walk behind a wall and then shoot them. So, or like Genos, I think like for a really good support, like they could have maybe put into like Overwatch. I wouldn't say like copy paste, but like based off of like Genos from Paladins, I think would be really cool. This game still doesn't have like a support that can heal behind walls like permanently. There's some abilities in this game where like some of the supports can heal behind walls with like certain abilities, or like if they're like in line of sight, like Zen kind of can, which is kind of the similar hero that kind of is more like close to Genos if there was to make a parallel. But I don't know, I think having like a support that you'd be able to like throw a mark on somebody, even like behind a wall and heal them from like behind a wall would be really cool. They'd have to do it perfectly though, because that could be a balancing nightmare if they don't do it perfectly. But Genos was never really broken that much. The main thing that was really a balancing problem for Genos in Paladins was the talents, which was never really his base kit. So I think if they did it good enough in Overwatch, they gave us like a hero like Genos that can kind of heal behind walls and heal people behind walls would be kind of cool. I don't know. That would be something they have to really do really, really well though, because that could be like a balancing nightmare. I know that would piss a lot of people off, but I think it would be a cool concept and something the game still hasn't done. I don't know. There's a lot of other heroes that in Paladins too that they could like make like a clone of or like take ideas from and put them into Overwatch 2. That would also be really cool that I could sit here and talk about. But those are like two of the main ones, at least for this video that I kind of came up with. I think that would be at least taking some of the ideas from or like kind of building heroes based off of them and kind of taking inspiration from them would be really good going forward, especially into this year. I don't know. That's all I really need to say about the heroes though. And then like the hero lore. Hero lore is also another thing. Like a lot of heroes, especially a lot of the newer heroes, like, I don't even know why they're in the game. Where do they fit into the Overwatch 2 lore? Like, where the fuck does Freyja fit into the Overwatch 2 lore? Somebody's gonna be in the comments typing away like, oh, she was blah blah blah, she was with this, and she's Sojourn's friend or some hero's friend, or they teamed up together on a mission. Or like, why? I don't know. Give some fucking random explanation. I don't have no fucking idea at all why Freyja fits into the Overwatch 2 lore, for example, and like a lot of these other newer heroes, like that we just barely get like any hero lore for, or like any backstory for, apart from like a very simple lore trailer at the start of a season or like when they're released. Come on now. I don't know. Like, give us more like in-depth character building for like a lot of the newer heroes. Like a lot less shit like Freyja, where she's kind of just plopped into the game, and like we're expecting to, like, she's a cool hero and everything. Like I like her overall design wise. I think she's fucking terrible kit wise and like how she plays, but design wise she's cool. I don't know where she fits into the lore though, if looking at it from that aspect. Not that I really care. Like, I don't really give a fuck about a lot of the hero lore, but that's one of the main things that gets people invested into your game. And a lot of people do care about the hero lore, which this game really lacks. Just like Apex Legends, they've really fallen off on like the character building with a lot of their newer legends to the game as well over like the last 4 or 5 years. I think this game's kind of done the same. A lot of the really older heroes like Mercy, Tracer, and like a lot of other like really older heroes, they have a bunch of lore and like they have a bunch of backstory and all that type of shit. But you have like a lot of these newer heroes that are just kind of being plopped in the game with no explanation at all as why is they're there, or like why they even fit into Overwatch. I have no idea. Until somebody goes in the comments, it probably tells me, but I don't keep up with the hero lore. There's a few heroes that I kind of care about that I'll maybe look at some of the hero lore about. I'm not one of those people that's going to go and sit and worry about the hero lore. I'm more concerned about how they play in the game, but a lot of people do care about that, and it's one of the main things that keeps people invested into your game, and that's really lacking, especially going into 2026. That's one of the things they really need to improve on. kind of wrapping this video up, one of the last things I'm going to kind of touch on, at least that I wouldn't mind seeing for the game, at least it's kind of a smaller change that they should give us for 2026 is a gifting system. I don't know how Overwatch still doesn't have a gifting system. Paladins had a fucking gifting system, and that game is dead. And that they introduced that back in like 2020. They gave us a gifting system where you were able to like gift people like skins and like chests and that type of thing. Like, how does Overwatch not have a skin gifting system or like the ability to gift players a battle pass or even like Overwatch coins when like Fortnite does it, like every other game does it. Apex Legends does it. Almost every game has some type of way to buy stuff and then being able to gift it to another player. I don't know how Overwatch still does not have that. It's crazy. We are in 2026 now, and we are starting 2026 with no gifting in Overwatch 2. There is no way to gift somebody a battle pass or buy a skin and then gift it to them. That is crazy. There might be a few reasons why they don't have that in the game. There's a few obvious ones I don't want to talk about because I'll probably get shit for it. But I don't know, we're in 2026. I think there's a lot more upside to having gifting into the game than there are downsides, and they're losing a lot of money on that as well. You know Blizzard, y'all. Blizzard is fucking greedy as fuck. Anything for money, they're gonna do, and I'm surprised they have not done gifting yet. That is one of the main money makers this game does not have. I'm sure that'll be one thing on their radar probably this year. If there was anything on this list that has the most likely probability of happening, I think gifting coming to Overwatch 2 and being a thing added sometime this year is probably the one thing that they'll probably end up giving us at some point. Probably with the highest probability of actually being a real thing. Everything else I've been talking about for the last, 25 minutes, whatever, how long we're in this video, probably has like 0% odds or like very slim chance of actually getting any changes or anything that personally anybody really wants, especially me, but I don't know. That's at least one thing that has probably a high possibility of actually happening, so that's all I got for you guys. I could probably sit here and like try to come up with some more stuff, but that's just kind of stuff I was been thinking about here over the last like week and a half for this video. So if you guys have anything that I did not add, some stuff you guys think they should improve on, or that we should get going into 2026, and with season 21 about 2 weeks away, at least from recording this, that we should be getting at the very start of season 21 and onwards, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be going through all the comments, checking out what you guys have to say. So apart from that, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. If you guys want to super chat as well and donate to the channel, that'd be really helpful. My goal at the end of this year is to try to get a new PC. So any donations or anything I make from videos this year is going to be trying to go towards a new PC because my PC is on its last legs. And the only games I can seem to play are like really old games or like shitty high-res games. Every other like newer game that I've tried to play on my PC to make content for, my PC can't run it. So it's really sad. I think I mean my PC is also like 8 years old now, so I'm actually really outdated compared to a lot of people. So if you guys do want to help in any type of way monetarily, all that goes towards a new PC that I'll probably be trying to buy towards the end of this year if I do have enough money. So if you want to support the channel any other way, it's completely fine. Just keep on watching the videos if you can't do that either. So completely fine by me. Apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out, everybody. I also stream over here. Usually Friday and Saturday nights around 9, 8 AST. So if that interests you guys, feel free to drop by when I'm live at night in the evening over here. Apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for